Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to discuss some of my favourite mystery books so far. I don't actually have many standalone mysteries. I have like 3 series to talk about. Because yeah, like I feel like mysteries are better done in series for some reason. It's just, I think, the way it is, because you can really dive deeper into the mystery. But yeah, we're going to discuss them. These are only so far. The books range between a 4.25 and a 5-star rating. So they're like 4 and above. So yeah, we are gonna go through them. I'm looking at them. I'm like, which one do I want to start with? But yeah, I think we start with our standalone mysteries so far, and then we'll work our way into the series. So I only have 3 standalones. The first one I have is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and I give it 4.5. Clearly can't speak today. I've got a sore tongue, so my words are a bit mushed. But The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, 4.5 stars. I believe in some countries it's called The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I think that's what it's called in some countries. But yeah, this book, right? Okay. To start with, I read it in, I think, 24-hour readathon, so like you can see my reactions and thoughts and stuff there. But to start with, I was very concerned. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this book. I was kind of thinking, oh my god, am I going to DNF it? Like, it's just the way it started. I was like, oh, it's not really like keeping my interest. But oh my god, when we started diving further and getting into more of the characters, because there's this one guy who literally wakes up every day in a different body. What I'll do is I'll quickly read the back and then I can go a bit more into detail. She's been murdered hundreds of times, and each day Aidan Bishop is too late to save her. The only way to break this cycle is to identify Evelyn's killer. But every time the day begins again, Aidan wakes in the body of a different guest, and someone is desperate to stop him ever escaping Blackheath. So, yeah, that's that. So he wakes up every day. The first person he wakes up in, because we're like practically thrown straight into it, like straight away into the first guy. Don't know why Aidan's there, kind of thing. I'm thinking, oh, this is really boring, like, gonna DNF it. But guys, it gets so good when we start seeing more of the characters and being in the different bodies, and it's like the way it was all connected and stuff. It was like insane, like it was crazy, and the twists and the turns. Right, I did not see what happened coming. Like, yeah, I didn't see it being that person. And I was like, ooh, okay, this has just got crazy interesting. And you're literally seeing this mystery unravel and other mysteries unravel. You're seeing why things happened when you was in one person's body, because when he was in the other person's body, that's what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? It kind of like really interconnected everywhere. And yeah, like I said, if you guys want a surprise ending and not to know what was coming, you guys really need to pick up this book, because like this was just crazy and insane. Like I said, it can be a little slow and like boring to start with, but it gets so much better. So yeah, 4.5. I loved that one. The next one, this is my lowest rating one of all the books, which is a 4.25, but that is The Maidens by Michaelides. Now, I had an inkling of things coming and happening in this one. I do love the way he connected it to the silent patient. It got connected within them. But yeah, so this is, you're right to join the Maidens. The Maidens are Cambridge University's most exclusive society, whose members are selected by the charismatic professor of Greek tragedy, Edward Foster. A secretive set of the brightest, most captivating students. When one of the Maidens is murdered, grieving young therapist Mariana Andros is drawn back to the idyllic campus where she was once herself a student. The group from which each victim will be chosen, because beneath the university's ancient traditions and beauty is a web of secrets, jealousy, and lies. And when the killer threatens the person she loves most, Mariana will give anything to stop them, even her own life. So it was really good. Like I said, those bits I could tell when I could see that were coming. It was so obvious that was going to be the case. But yeah, the way they linked it into the silent patient was like, whoa, because I was not expecting that at all. A name got mentioned. I'm thinking, why does that name sound so familiar to me? I'm like, why do I have this recollection of this name? What was it from? And when you go a bit further in, it explains it a bit more. And I was like, oh shit, it's that guy. That's where I recommend the name from. So yeah, I did have inconsistency see him come in, but yeah, there were still some bits that I was like, whoa. But yeah, that's why that one got 4.25. I still recommend it. If you guys want a really nice, easy, quick read. My last standalone is one of my most recent reads. Now, I gave it 4.5. Now, that is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penna. Now, this one is literally... I'm going to have to read it so you guys can understand it better, like I've been doing with the others, because my description of books are not the best. I think we know that by now, so I'll read the thing. A forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Lost Apothecary. Hidden in the depths of 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella, who sells well-disguised poisons to use against the oppressive men in their lives. But the apothecary's fate is jeopardized when her newest patron, a precocious 12-year-old, makes a fatal mistake, sparking a string of consequences that echo through the centuries. Meanwhile, in present-day London, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell spends her 10th wedding anniversary alone, running from her own demons when she stumbles upon a clue to the unsolved apothecary murders that haunted London 200 years ago. Her life collides with the apothecaries in a stunning twist of fate, and not everyone will survive. With crackling suspense, unforgettable characters, and a thrilling insight, The Lost Apothecary is a subversive and intoxicating debut novel of secrets, vengeance, and the remarkable ways women can save each other despite the barrier of time. Again, I read this one, I think, in the 24-hour read from my one last month. Guys, it is so good. You get 3 point of views. You get Caroline's, you get Nella's, and you get... What was the girl's name? Caroline... Eliza. That was it. Eliza was her name. I think I had an E, but I wasn't quite sure. Eliza, Nella, and Caroline. You get all their point of views. Now, Eliza and Nella are back in the 18th century. What year was it? 1791. So they're 1791. Caroline is in present day, and the way the past and the present gets connected starts off so subtly, and quite frankly, you don't really quite fully realize how it's connected. But it all starts slowly building up and growing, and all the things that are connecting and happening in real time, past time. And yeah, I saw something come in, and that happened. But I did not expect what happened after to happen. I did not see that coming at all. I generally thought that what I thought was coming was the end, and that was going to be it. There wasn't going to be anything else, wrap up kind of thing. No. She threw in one more twist in there, didn't she? She threw in one more twist that I was not freaking expecting at all. And I was like, wow. Just wow. That was insane. I generally did not see that twist coming. But I was so happy that was then the ending. It actually made my heart burst with so much joy and love that was the ending that the characters got, because it really wrapped it all up beautifully. So yeah, I'm so happy with that ending. It's crazy. So if you guys want a historical mystery with some magical realism into it, this is generally the book you guys are going to want to read. And it's only 200 and something pages, so it's really short. And that how many pages? I should have this information to hand ready. About 257. That's really nice and easy. And if you guys have this one, the writing's quite nice and thick. So yeah, generally it's some historical books don't get written well and I don't like them. So I do find that I don't tend to really lean towards historical reads. But if they're written like this, definitely gonna have them. So yeah, highly recommend. I don't think I'm explaining my thoughts very well. I'm very good at that, and I'm not explaining my thoughts very well. So, but just know it's a really, really good book. I think you'd love it. It's all that matters in the end of the day, isn't it? It's all that matters. Onto the series. So I have 3 series to recommend, or not even necessarily recommend. I mean, I do recommend them, but like my Faith Mystery series. First up is my most recent one. Now, I do not own the last book that is published at the moment. I listened to it, and there is another one coming out, and it needs to come out soon because I was not happy with how that last book ended. Like, I freaking hate David. I hate him right now. Like, despise. So, the books that I do own is the Truly Devious series. Now, like I said, I do not own the last book, which is 9 Liars, but I do have Truly Devious, The Vanished There, The Hand on the Wall, The Box in the Woods. Every single book is a 4.5 star. If you want a good YA mystery, pick up this series because it is generally very, very good. Like I said, 4.5 stars. All round. Need the last book now. So, Truly Devious. Hang on. The Truly Devious, Vanished Down, Hand on the Wall, all follow Stevie Bell as she goes to Ellingham Academy, which is like a special school for those, I guess you could say, like geniuses, like really, really smart kids that all have their little thing that they're good at. So you have Stevie, who is crime, figuring out mysteries and crime. You have a journalist there. You have a book writer, a filmmaker, actor, like all these kids at the school that all specialise in something. And Stevie actually purposely goes there to solve the Ellingham Academy mystery. Now, in that time, she makes friends, everything, love, relationships, all of it. And in these first 3 books follows that mystery and solving the Ellingham Academy mystery and all the other mysteries that evolve around that. There's 2 murders in present time, trying to figure out obviously what happened back in the past. And yeah, it's just very, very crazy. I think I might read the back one for you guys for the first book before I move back on more, just so you guys can get an idea what the first book's about. Because again, I'm really bad at describing things, and you guys should be used to this by now, but like, I'm also a bit of a scatterbrain today, and my brain's not quite with it, but yeah, I'm gonna read the back. Look, a riddle, time for fun, should we use a rope or gun? Ellingham Academy is a famous private school in Vermont, founded by an early 20th century tycoon for the best and brightest students around. When Ellingham's wife and daughter were kidnapped, the only clue was a mocking riddle listed in Methods of Murder, signed with the frightening beside Truly Devious. The disappearance became one of the great unsolved crimes in history. Many years later, true crime aficionado Stevie Bell is set to begin her first year at the academy, and she is determined to solve this cold case. That is, she will solve it when she gets a grip on her demanding new school life and her housemates, the inventor, the novelist, the actor, the artist, and the jokester. But Truly Devious makes a surprise return. The past has crawled out of its grave, and someone has gotten away with murder. Truly Devious' first novel in a murder mystery trilogy by New York Times bestselling author Maureen Johnson. But yeah, that's the trilogy that follows like that same murder, cold case, and other things that arise. And then Box in the Woods and 9 Liars follow 2 different mysteries. So this one is when Stevie and her friends will go to a summer camp and help solve a cold case murder myth that happened back in 1978. 9 Liars follows Stevie coming to the UK and solving a mystery there. I want to say it might be 1980s, 1990s. I'm not quite sure on what decade, but it was one of those 2. And follows her and her friends going over there and solving that mystery. And again, I was not happy with the end of that book, and I need the next book now. That would be very helpful, Marina. If you could just release the 6th book. Especially with you going to Yauk this year, and I'll be at Yauk. So if I could have the 6th book ready for that, would be great. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, if you want a YA mystery, Definitely pick up the True Devious series. Like I said, the first 3 follow one mystery, then the next 2 follow 2 different mysteries, but they are all still so good and so brilliant. But yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, next series is one that I know everyone does truly love this series, right? It's been everywhere over the last year. People have fallen in love with it, and that is the Inheritance Games. Now, the Inheritance Games for me was a 4.5, 4.75, and a 4.5. So, my favourite one was the Hawthorne Legacy. That's my favourite. I can't remember the title of the book then. But yeah, so I love this. It is a 4th book coming out, which follows the brothers. So I'm intrigued to see that. That is already on pre-order. So when that releases, I will have it in my hands. And yeah, it's just love it. So yeah, this one follows. I'm going to read the back again because I don't want to mess up my descriptions of the books. Right. She came from nothing. Avery has a plan. Keep her head down, work hard for a better future. Then an eccentric billionaire dies, leaving out almost his entire fortune, and no one, least of all Avery, knows why. They had everything. Now she must move into the mansion she's inherited. It's filled with secrets and codes and ill men's surviving relatives. A family hell-bent on discovering why Avery got their money. Now there's only one rule: winner takes all. Soon she's coined a deadly game that everyone in this strange family is playing, but just how far will they go to keep their fortune? So there you go. This whole series follows that kind of like mystery vibe, trying to figure out why her. And we do get a lot of answers and questions always throughout. Like there are so many like games and riddles and things going on in this series. Like the house is just full of crazy things. And then obviously you get the love triangle between Avery, Grayson, and I can't remember the names. Oh my god, it's Avery. Oh, is it Avery, Jameson, and Grayson, isn't it? Can you tell it's been a while since I've like read this book? Can you tell? Jameson and Grayson. Yes, she got it right, didn't she? But it's a mess. It's a mess today. I feel like everyone and their mothers has read this series, but it's so good. All the mysteries and the trap, everything that happens, and like the love triangle and stuff. So yeah. I mean, like don't really want to say too much more because I know a lot of people have read this book, and if you haven't, pick them up. Highly recommended. Now, of course, our last series and our last lot of books. It had to be this series. This series had to be mentioned. Now, I'm super excited because it's been turned into a BBC show. Like, from this started filming, and we have our Pip and our Ravi, and I'm really, really excited, and I can't wait for it to be on BBC Player. So, as you can tell, a good girl's guide to murder. I love it. So, the first book was a 4, the next 2 books were 5, and I think I gave the novella a 3. I tend to normally give novellas around 3. I must say the novella is like a little prequel to the series. You kind of figure out, learn why Pip's so interested in murder mysteries and solving them and stuff. Do I necessarily think this was needed? No, but if you want like a good little quick read, then go for it, because I literally read that in a day. Well, not even in a day, like within an hour. So still pick it up, still good. But that's whatever. The murder mysteries. So I'm going to read the back of this one because I don't want to then spoil it for these 2. The case is closed. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by South Sing. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it. But having grown up in the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pippa Moby isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as the topic for her final year project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in the town desperately wants to stay hidden. And if the real killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? Guys, just crazy. Didn't see. Like, this is just such a good series, and like, it's set here in England, and it just had such like that vibe to it. Like, I must say, British humour is British humour. Not a lot of people understand British humour, and we get a lot of slack for it. But it's the best kind of humour, okay? But yeah, having this series set here was just amazing. The series is just, yeah, really lovely, really loved it. Loved that it was like the school element to it, but like it wasn't too school focused, which sounds crazy because it's saying it's her last year project. But yeah, it still didn't feel too focused on school, which is nice. And Pip and Ravi, I just love it. And I'm not happy with how that one ended. If you know, you know. Okay, if you know, you know. That's what I'm saying. But again, yeah, I can't really say too much about all these books without spoiling things. Just know that you guys need to pick all these books up because all these books are incredible and highly, highly needed to be read. So, I'm going to end it there. The mess of a video that you probably don't understand anything I've said because I've not elucidated my thoughts and I can't speak. No, I can't. I haven't managed to put my thoughts into words today, which is really bad, but I wanted to get this video filmed for you guys so you can see. Just know, I recommend the books and I love these ones, okay? So we really, really need to know. But yeah, we're going to move on very, very swiftly. So yeah, if you guys have read any of these books, do let me know. Let me know your thoughts. If you haven't, let me know if any of these are now on your TBR list. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I'm going to stop rambling and I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget, keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good